Kevin, tell me about 7.
Well, this is 7. It's built by Illuminati Motor Works for the Progressive Automotive X-Prize, a competition to build the world's first 100-mile-per-gallon street-legal vehicle. She'll do 130 miles an hour, 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, and has a little over a 200-mile range on a single charge. We've been tested at the Chrysler Chelsea Proving Grounds, and we have an EPA rating of 207.5 miles per gallon. And we're out on the East Coast right now with Jason Fagone, doing a book signing and car tour to help sponsor his new book and support electric vehicles and education, not just for electric vehicles, but also like West Philly High, where they entered the competition with their own hybrid electric vehicles and have now started a school so that students can get hands-on experience with the technology we're going to need to help make the changes for the future for our driving infrastructure. You'll be able to see us. What else do you want to know about the car?
Tell me how fast is it? And
it goes 130 miles an hour. At highway speeds of 70 miles an hour, it will go over 220 miles on a single charge. It takes about 5 hours to charge on a 220 plug. It seats 4, has tilt steering, heat and AC. The heat doesn't work very well at the moment, otherwise we'd all be sitting in there. 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. It does seat 4 adults.
Did you hit the range?
Yes.
Just buzzed by me. So, tell me a little bit about aerodynamics.
Okay, the aerodynamics of the car. We wanted to, in order to meet the requirements of the competition to get at least 100 miles per gallon and have a 200-mile range, we didn't have enough room in the vehicle to put 2 gallons worth of batteries, only 1. So we had to aim for 200 miles per gallon. The front shape of the car is, a lot of people have told us, reminiscent of like a Carmen Ghia or a Porsche. It's actually an ellipse with a certain rise and run that is the appropriate curve for a teardrop. So we have a teardrop front end that we've simply staggered so we can get the styling for the headlights and have some fender lines coming down it. And then we come across the top, and this is kind of designed off something from Star Wars. Pod racers from Empire Strikes Back. If you turn them around backwards, they're a really good teardrop, but they only sit 2 people. So you need to kind of squish 2 of them together. And if you look here, the dip we have in the middle, we've kind of squished 2 of these together, and we take advantage of the reduced frontal area by getting rid of the space in the middle we don't need for passengers or cargo, and help our aerodynamics a little bit more. And then as we follow down the car, you can see we've got a little bit of a Coke bottle effect here. It goes in a little bit in the middle, which helps at higher speeds alleviate some of the surface drag that you get on vehicles. And then we have a continuous 1 to 4 taper as we go to the back of the car, not only on the sides, but on the top. You want to bring the air back together smoothly at the back of the car, because basically when you've ripped the air apart when you're driving your vehicle through it, if you don't push it back together or help it go back together smoothly, you create a vacuum at the back of the car, and you can have as much drag at the back of the car as you have air pushing against the front of the car. 33% of your energy from aerodynamic drag is normally from the back of a vehicle where you have a flat back end. We've limited this down to about maybe 7% of our drag is at the back end. It's not a perfect taper, but we wanted a little style with it. We had to have a place to put our Class 2 tow hitch in case, you need to bring the jet skis somewhere with you. And we had to have enough room. I'll get the right keys here. For our golf clubs and cooler and spare tire. So the aerodynamics are all based off of a teardrop shape, and then we wanted to incorporate other aspects that we liked in the vehicles. The 1930s types of sweeping, curved, fendered vehicles. What else did we look at? The aircrafts from the 1930s and 40s World War II era. And we copied a lot of that design when we built it into the car. And then we still had to make it fit around the people that we needed to get into the car for full-size adults and get the mileage and range and have a place for our battery and our cup holders and things like that. So that's where the styling of the car came from. And then, like with the doors, gull-wing doors are just cool. So if you're going to go to the work of building the car and having to do the doors and door seals, you may as well go, the whole 9 yards and do the 4 gull-wing doors. Let me me get the other two for you real quick. So you have enough room for 4 people. Your cup holders, and a place for the kids to sit away from the adults.